morning, everyone. It's Jan, Not a Real Farm. Another beautiful morning out, guys. It's crisp and clear. It's very, very fall-like outside. But the issue that I came to look at today is the fact that I didn't get the heat that I wanted this year in here. You can see here, these are my sweet potatoes, and they aren't as big and lush and beautiful as they were last year. I've used the same soil. I haven't changed anything in regards to how I grew them last year, and they just seem to be suffering. You can see here, they're starting to get, brown, and something's been in here sort of chowing down on them too, but not a whole bunch of new growth. As a matter of fact, a lot of the vines are starting to look like that. So what I want to do is I want to actually pull some of these and see what they look like. If there isn't any potatoes on a couple of these vines, we're going to cut our losses. Sometimes you just need to know when to do that. And I think what we're going to do is, because of the shape of this box, what we're going to do is we're going to pull all of these if they're not giving me anything, and we are going to plant a fall garden, because there's no point in holding on to vines if they're not producing. It's just a waste of my space and a waste of my time. And quite frankly, we could probably get some onions and some Swiss chard and some radishes and things like that in here, maybe even another crop of beans, rather than holding out for sweet potatoes. So let's see what we've got. Just follow it right along. I don't trim these. I just sort of let the vines do whatever they want. I dedicate one full box to them, and I just let them grow and grow and grow until the season's usually done. But these have been in the ground now for 4 months, so if there's nothing produced on them, and see, they're not even running across the ground like they normally do. Last year I was having roots right along the vines, and they were rooting actually potatoes all the way through. That's why I had, I think, over 300 sweet potatoes last winter. Let's move these out of the way. Let's see. Oh, look, a big old weed. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, see how small these are? So they're starting to develop, but they're developing way later than what I had last year. I mean, if you guys see the video from last year when I did the sweet potatoes, let's see. This one's not too bad. Look at that. This one's pretty good. I'm not going to definitely get the yield, of course, that I did from last year, but this isn't too bad of a size. Let's see what else is down here. We might be leaving them in yet, guys. This is only one vine so far. Okay, so they're developing in here. Gosh, they're small. They're really small this year. See, we're getting tiny little guys. Now I got tiny guys, of course, last year, but these are so much smaller than what I had. Let's take a look at another vine. Oh, this is a tiny guy. I mean, it's jam-packed in here with sweet potatoes. But the concern is, am I holding out for nothing? Or am I going to get some sort of yield that's even worth it leaving them in here? Ah, there's so much going on in here. That's skinny. Let's try another one. Okay. Those are what I call French fries. What do you guys think? I don't really know if I'm going to get the size I want this year. I'll get a couple. I'll get a few really good ones. but there definitely is not going to be a yield the way that it was from last year. And sometimes that's just the way it is. Some crops do really well one year, and then other years they're just not as good. And that's why, sometimes you have one really great year, and that could be followed by 3 bad ones. And that's why farmers are not rich. Yeah, we'll try one more vine here. Ooh, lots of weeds. I'm really debating this one. We got that one really good potato, but then, followed by a few little small guys. Oh, haha. Healthy soil, my friends. Healthy soil. What we got in here? Oh. Oh, wait. This one might be, hopefully, seems like it's a fairly good size. Oh, check that out. That's not bad. Yeah, so there's quite a bit of potatoes in there. So, all right. So I picked one vine. We're going to leave this vine alone. We're going to take this guy out. I don't think there's anything else in this. Oh, yeah, wait, there's another little one in here. But I don't want to leave them behind. Here we go. So we'll leave them for another month, guys. I think that's what we're going to do. But I just wanted to share that with you to show you that sometimes it's a hit or miss for me with sweet potatoes. But we are definitely still growing them in the north, so that's good. One more month, and let's see if we can get them fatter. And while we're on the subject, let's just do a really quick squash test since I'm here. I do still see a little bit of green striping. Aren't these beautiful? These are called butternut rugosas. So they do get a little tiny bit bigger than a regular butternut, and they are bumpier, but they're a little bit sweeter, and they're an heirloom. So these are the only guys I grew in here this year, but the stem is changing color. And the only way you can really tell is if you do a fingernail test, and I think probably that's common knowledge, is you just basically take your fingernail, and my fingernail can still puncture that a little bit. And so we're going to leave the butternut a little bit longer because up here I can still see a little tiny bit of green. So he's not ready yet, but he will be ready in time for Thanksgiving. So that's it for me, guys, for my update. I think we'll keep the sweet potatoes. We are going to be pulling a lot of the tomato plants in the middle here and putting in a fall garden. I've still got lots of tomatoes developing. You can see here, it's a tomato jungle in here, really. And these tomatoes are sort of just all along the side. So I can get in here and I can plant something on the other side where my pineapple ground cherries are here on the other side. But the potatoes are doing fantastic. You can see here, I've got a bed full of potatoes. More roses. This guy here in front of me is my sesame. The sesame has hit about 5 feet tall. He's not ready to go yet. But all these little pods in here are all full of sesame seeds. So I have to get to watering. We have to definitely get some work done in here and take out, for example, some of these plants are just ready to go. Weather's changed. They've only got tiny little tomatoes left on them, so it's time to make some changes. So I don't want to drone on too long, but just wanted to give you an update to show you what, what the greenhouse looks like and that it's still producing. And I even have, now this is an experiment. I don't really know if I'm going to get anything out of these, but cantaloupe. So we'll see. I've even planted more tomatoes. So these are a Heinz paste tomato. You never know. Honestly, guys, in the north, you never know what kind of fall you're going to get. So what you do is you just keep growing until you can't keep going. That's the rule. Anyways, guys, thanks for joining me today. If you have any questions, pop them below. So glad you could be here today and see that we are still going strong in the north. And guys, don't forget to check out the Etsy store, which is now full of seeds. Thanks for watching. See you soon.